This is I'm trying to do this live so quickly. It's just like I've been trying and then it's not working. I'm trying again. I hope this live stream is not gonna give me. It's not gonna show me flame. So it's briefly a simple story of how Israel and Palestine got hated. I mean, we all praying for the people of the two country, Israel and Palestine. I mean, we don't want people to lose their lives every day. I came from a country where I survived war in 1996 in Congo, as everybody knows, and I don't like to see people fighting just because of power and manipulations and all those kind of things. So I have actually this video. I want you to just a bit of history, discrimination, fairness, insults, and all those negative things about what's on over there. What we want right here is just peace for everybody. We want people to live in peace. We want people to occupy their lands. We want people to be free in their land, and we want people to enjoy lives, right? So that's it. Make a comment. If you're gonna make a comment that's not gonna be biased. Make a comment that's gonna be helpful to the viewer, to everybody that's going to understand this thing. So I'm simply gonna share from gravitas because it was really powerful and kind of educational, and you're gonna see exactly how it started on October 7 and how it's been really going. So without further ado, let's go there.
Hamas operatives based in Gaza launched yet
October 7.
using a massive barrage of thousands of rockets and using technology and tactics, they broke through the heavily protected border into people have at least dead or missing.
So here, I don't understand. Like, what happened to Hamas? Like, what's really happened to them? Like, they went to attack people in the festival. I mean, like they go to attack people there. Like, what happened? Like, I don't get that. If Hamas stand for resistance, and how could they go to attack people? Man, this is kind of lame. Like I said, we all don't understand thing. If you have a reason why they did that, please drop a comment there, and so we can see like why did Hamas firstly trying to attack people and killing people there in Israel, in Jerusalem, and started to bring all these things. Look at how it's happening now. I mean, they lose big time, right? So yeah, let's see.
Hub's most impoverished regions. But so far, one of the world's. The answer is a complex mix of history, geography, religion, people, power, and politics. We are here to simplify it for you. My name is Priyanka Sharma, and this is Gravitas Plus. For more than 1,000 years across Europe, Jews have been persecuted for their alleged role in the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. They were consigned to ghettos. In European empires and countries, they were banned from owning property and faced discriminatory laws. They were and socially outcast. In the late 19th century, a lingering aspiration for a Jewish homeland in persecuted people could find security and safety began to an effective political movement. The Jewish leaders identified their old habitat with their holy city of Jerusalem as the epicenter, as the new promised land. The stretch of land located between Lebanon, Transjordan, and Egypt. This was once home to the kingdom of ancient Israel and the kingdom of Judah. It was a land from which they had driven out and often returned. Their history includes the memory of Jewish people enslaved by the pharaohs of Egypt and their return under the leadership of Moses. Jews were first driven out from the kingdom of Israel around 732 BC by Assyria.
Okay, Jews were first driven out from the kingdom of Israel, 722 BCE, by the king who?
Empire. Then
Assyrian.
from the kingdom of Babylonian capital
Well,
of Israel,
okay, so the Jews were first driven out of Israel, out of kingdom of Israel, by the Assyrian Empire. I mean, so we got to be careful when we're talking about free Palestine and things like that. Driven out of the kingdom of Israel by Assyrian Empire. Assyrian Empire, right? All right, let's go. So the Jew, they have the right to claim their land. That's the number one.
the kingdom of Judah during the Babylonian captivity in 597 BC.
Wow,
The Romans
let's
was
hear
their
that.
next Judah in 597 BC.
What?
32 BC, Syrian Empire. Then from the kingdom of Judah during the Babylonian captivity in 597 BC. The Roman Empire was their next.
Jews driven out from the kingdom of Judah, right? 597 BC. All right. And 55 CE, Judean population rebels against the Roman Empire. Oh yeah.
In 66 CE, the Judean population rebelled against a brave uprising that was crushed with unsentimental ferocity by the Romans, culminating in the destruction of Jerusalem in CE. In 132 CE, there was the Bar Kokhba. Simon Bar Kokhba was a Jewish military leader. Under him, the Jews of Judea rebelled against the Roman Empire. The end of Jews of the region, Syria.
Okay. Bar Kokhba. They had to fight for 4 years. And then after that, they failed. The Jews failed. And then the Romans forbidden the Jew for entering Israel. That's not right again, right? They
Palestine. The Jewish people spread
what?
wished access to Jerusalem. The Romans renamed the region Syria. The Jewish
Region Syria, Palestina. All right. So this all was made up with Romans.
people spread across a wide diaspora, unable to find has brought the and Baghdad. For a while, Christian crusaders conquered Jerusalem under the Arabs. In 1516, the Ottoman Turks occupied Palestine. During this long period, the land was peopled.
And this quickly. There was no according to the Bible, I know there was Palestine. So this is kind of tricky. Like history, everything is kind of is really, really, really rigged. And this is why I say it's kind of complicated. If you have any knowledge, please drop it in a comment there below so we can we can educate each other, because now I'm trying to get confused and I'm watching these documentaries. I've been watching this documentary. I've been watching a lot of documentaries, but I'm trying to get confused because of this, because of the Jew named Palestine. But before Palestine, it used to be Philistines, right? So that's why we should not believe every documentary we watch. We should not believe every whatever thing you watch, but also you can just like keep on learning every single day, because this is kind of confusing. And then during the Crusaders, the Arab occupied the territory and then ruled it under the Arabs. And then after the Arabs, the Ottoman Turks came to occupy Palestine, which is became another way.
That they could rule. In 1516, the Ottoman Turks occupied Palestine. was strong Christian population to the dream by the Jewish state. The Zionist movement was launched and lobbying Western powers to facilitate a mass migration of Jews to Palestine. The Russian Empire was the largest home for the Jewish diaspora. In 1905, after the failure of the first Eastern Europe, Jews began Palestinians, most of whom had become Muslim, but not all. There were strong Christian populations in Palestine. Cut to the late 19th century. The presence of Palestinians did not diminish the dream of a Jewish state. The Zionist movement was launched. Jews began being Western powers to facilitate mass
Okay.
state. The Zionist movement was launched. Jews began
The Zionist synagogue, Little Ally Street, and protest movement to establish a Jewish homeland. So the Zionism was launched in Europe. It's called a movement to establish Jewish homelands. Okay.
lobbying Western powers to facilitate a mass
Created in the 19th century. That man over there sound like a color whatever thing. The Austrian man was dangerous.
Russian Empire was the largest home for the
Herzl is credited with founding the movement Zionism.
diaspora. In 1905, after the failure of the first Russian Revolution against the Tsar,
Jews from Eastern Europe and Russia began moving to Palestine. Okay. In 1905, the Jews from Eastern Europe and Russia begin moving back to Palestine. All right.
many Jews from Eastern Europe and Russia began moving to Palestine under Ottoman rule. The settlers used Hebrew as their spoken language.
Okay. The settler used the Ottoman Empire collapses.
Ottomans defeated by the British, French, Italian,
And the Ottoman lost the battle in the First World War by the British, French, and Italians because they were allies. Okay, this is how you need to understand a little bit of history because, and that's the reason why I actually decided to bring this here so you can see a little bit of pieces of history because people don't understand. You just keep on seeing the trending news and blah blah blah, but you really don't understand. All right. And last time I was checking, the Ottomans occupied Palestine for almost like 400 years, almost like 4 centuries. And then the British came, they only occupied for 30 years, which is but 30 years they were very strong and started to dividing things and started to calculating like this is gonna be a land. I mean, I think they were trying to just do their best, but it was a little bit complicated because the Romans they banned the Jews from entering Jerusalem and stuff like that, which was very bad. While it was their land, so I don't know if you know much. Drop the comment there, and then we can educate each other. So let's continue this. Yeah.
collapsed in 1818. The decision was ordered officials in people in 1916. Had helped during
Old debt leaders. Oh yeah.
the war, particularly in finance. In 1970, there was prominently in which he promised the establishment home the Jews also take the achievement of the said that the France's protection. Napoleon was for Jewish help in his invasion of Egypt. The Jewish state did not materialize
yeah, I'm gonna have to rewind that to rewind part that guy. Oh, right to Lionel Walter Rothschild. Okay, 1917. That was 1917 when the Balfour Agreement was signed. Right? Yes, people keep on talking about Balfour Agreement. This was signed in 1917. So the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. All right, this is it's kind of mixing up around. In Palestine, they say Palestine was named by the Romans, and also the Jews you are from Palestine. So let's go. Oh yeah, for instance, Lord Rochefield, I have much in conveying to you on behalf of this majesty government, blah 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 blah. This is the Balfour whatever thing, the Balfour Declaration. Yeah, in 1799. That was even like that was before the Balfour. Napoleon had issued a proclamation. Okay, Napoleon is a homeland for Jews people. So I mean, like everybody was giving Palestine is the home for Jew people. I don't know in that thing. So what about the Palestinians? Yeah, like nobody can just come and telling you that uh we gonna bring the people that used to live here before. Now we're gonna bring them back to live here, and then you guys gonna give them space. I mean, and somehow you can be accommodative, and in some other way you can be refusing. So this is just kind of depending with your heart and with your situation. Uh, as as for me right now, I think that that was gonna be a little bit tricky, right? Because they will bring you the people that they left, um, they left like for years, and they're gonna bring them back and say that okay, so you guys gonna be living together, and this is gonna be a little bit tricky. But for God's sake, yeah, good people should have done that. That's easy actually sometimes. What do you say? Let me know in the comment below. Jane, it's Israel or I'm not gonna read that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 1930s, the Arabs and the Jewish started to fight in Palestine. That was 1930. 1930. All right. Holocaust. Systematic state sponsored persecution. I don't want to read that. Let's just continue. Hold on. 1947, where India got independent. Oh, 1947, the United Nations voted to partition Palestine. I didn't know India got Indian 1947. Okay, just like Ghana in 1948. No, no, if that was 58. Sorry, yeah. Are you there? I mean, I, all right, all right. Why Palestinian rejected the resolution 181? All right. So we see the map over here. So you can see the Jewish state in green, light green. The Arab is in light yellow, and Jerusalem district is in what's color is this? Is like mauve or what? So Jerusalem is like belong to both of them, and the Jew got so many lands. I mean, and the Arab Palestinians they were given 44% of the land, and the Fertile Coast, all of them was allocated to the Jewish people, which is here. It seems to be that, I mean, there were, as I can say, the Europeans, they favorized the Jew people to give them the coastal, fertile land, whereas the Palestinian, I mean, they were there and then they got given less. I was like 46% of the land, while the Jew got 50 uh pal- of which is it's already like even me, like you come to my house and then you say you're gonna take the land because it used to be there before and stuff that it's gonna be debatable, right? Until we go to the agreement. So as you can see there. And then in 1948, Israel as a country, which this was like a dream come true for the European Zionists. They managed to make it happen. Israel is a country now. Right. What about Palestine? That's my question, right? So you tell me, what about Palestine? Drop the comment below if you're over there. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to Amka Podcast, I will advise you, Janet, I will advise you to watch to watch from YouTube. Amka Podcast is very clear on YouTube than Facebook, and you can share this to your profile so that people can see, things like that. And yeah, man, it's really bad, man. We pray for everybody. So, and Israel became a country in 1948, May 14, 1948. Prime Minister of Israel, David Ben Gurion, from okay, so because okay, let's get this straight. This is actually the kind of like origin of the war. What I was like trying to telling you guys. In 1948, Israel became an independent country from the European Union. They proclaimed Israel on the 14th of May 1948 as an independent country. And then it became a biggest insult to the Arab nations, whereas Egypt, Jordan, and Palestine got combined and trying to fight Israel, right? And this is was like the first Arab Israel war. That was just like after the proclamation yesterday, and tomorrow it's a fight. We can't take this. Let's fight. The first Arab Israel war ended. I get that again. Wow. You can understand that Israel was really like well I mean, I mean they were good, man. Like because I mean they derive from Europe. Like they got some European Union support. They got some UN support, Americans and everybody. So they could defeat everybody actually because Egypt combined with Syria or with Jordan, they tried to fight them and they failed. And they took over the Sinai and they took over the Gaza Strip, which is this was really like powerful from them because they were very strong, right? Yeah. Okay, so about Intifada, let's talking about Intifada days. So after all these things that have been happening, like Palestine, they've never rose, and because some people were trying to fight for them and they fell. And then let's hear that. And then in 1987, the first Intifada Palestinian rise up against Israel because the Palestinian being like, we've had enough. So Egypt, Egypt and Jordan and Syria, they're trying to fight for us, but they are not making it. So let's rise up and take the matter from, to our own hands and see how things is gonna be reacting. Are they right? I don't know. If you think they were right, let me know in a comment below. Is old when Yasser Ben Arafat signed the peace treaty with first one, the Oslo Accords. All right, yeah, we're gonna have this and see what it says. See what it says because people want to know. Gaza and the Israeli blockade since 2007 among the world's most densely populated. Oh yeah, this is people talking about Hamas, but the Hamas they won the election in 2006. Okay, all right, wow, wow. Since the Holocaust, the Hamas are the second to kill more Jewish people on the planet Earth. And this is why it's because they occupied Palestine, right? It's wrong. I'm not really here for killing people. What Hamas has been doing is not really helping, but it's all about anger. It's all about anger and like man, Hamas we no, we are not here for killing people. That's it. Damn. in Palestine. Okay. All right. Let's clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine. All right, nothing to prejudice the civil and religious right. And now I could say this fight is no longer about two people. It's about the global war. Now people are fighting. It's become religious, which is the Balfour Agreement cl- clearly stated it shouldn't be including prejudice and religious. I mean, you shouldn't be doing that. Now it's about Arabs and Jews and whatever. Some people keep on talking about Zionism, which is I've been talking about that also. I mean, the hate of Islam, Islamophobic people keep on commenting just because you don't like Islam, and then you're trying to bring up this like you. I mean, you spread hate toward that. Where else? I mean, the three biggest religions derive from that side. Like in Palestine, in Jerusalem, like 20% or 40%, if I'm not mistaken, of the languages that are speaking, it's spoken that's spoken over there, it's Arabic, and the rest speak Hebrew and some other languages. So Christianity, they were Romans that side. So this is not religious. Do you understand? It can be spiritual, but it's not about religious because when you're trying to talking about religion, that's where you see uh Islam and and Jews like they are chilling like brothers and sisters. So we shouldn't be talking about that. So you should know that. This is kind of crazy. All of them they are sharing Jerusalem. So if you're trying to Google Palestine, the capital city of Palestine is Jerusalem, and the other I forget. I forgot. Excuse me. Forgive me for that. And if you Google Israel, the capital city is Tel Aviv. I think in Jerusalem. I mean, like it's crazy. Just people being fighting for land. This is like crazy, man. What did she say? All right. So before the war, wow, 5.6 Palestinian. They were living in Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria. This is bad, bro. This is where people should be concerned. When it's time for Palestinians to be going back home, Israel refused. When it was time for Israeli to go back home, Palestinian refused. I don't understand. But whoever has the strong backup will win this case. It's easy just like that. was an amazing story, man. Like, this is the reason why I decided to bring it to you right here. So you can actually try to understand a little bit like what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in Gaza, in West Bank, what's happening in Jerusalem, you know, because the world is kind of crazy right now, and we all trying to judging or commenting, and we don't know what we're talking about. That's why I decided to bring this on Amka podcast. I'm really sorry about my live streaming. I don't know, it's kind of sketchy, Ryan, because like maybe I mean my connection uh is kind of strong, but yeah, apparently it's kind of late, so a lot of people are trying to connect, and that's why, man, I'm praying for Israel. I'm praying for Palestine. I'm praying for everyone there, everybody that is losing their life. We are in Islam. We say inna lillahi wa inna lillahi rajiun. Like we praying for everybody that's trying to lose, that's losing their life. We are not for that. As as a global citizen, I have the right to declare peace. Benjamin Netanyahu, if you are listening to me, man, if you come across on YouTube and watch this video, please, we want peace, man. We want peace. Hamas, you stand for resistance, but what you're doing, it's not resistance. We want peace, brothers. We don't want people to get killed every single day. Children be killing so much. Women, they've been killed so much. We don't want that thing to continue, bro. We don't want that thing to continue. That's it for me. If you're watching this from YouTube, please hit the button, subscribe, activate the bell notification so you cannot miss one of our episodes every single day. If you're watching this from Facebook, please click the link in the bio and subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the exclusivity of Amka Podcast. And that's it for me. Please, guys, don't insult. Do not becoming. I mean, it's a lot to say negative things, but don't be those kind of person. Be there for a peace broker. Since these things has happened, nobody has ever been a peace broker, and which is kind of complicated. That's it for me. And Cheerio.